Hello everyone and welcome to this special live stream broadcast. I'm Edison. Hello. Today, I'm honored to take you on a spiritual and cultural journey through one of the Taiwan's most iconic temples, Dajia Zhenlan Temple. Now we are just before the Zhenlan Temple, located in Taiwan, Taichung, Dajia Zhenlan Temple. Dajia Zhenlan Temple is not just a building made of bricks and stone. It is a living heritage, a spiritual center that has served generations of worshippers and believers. It's the heart of the legendary Mazu pilgrimage, where hundreds of thousands of followers walk over 300 kilometers to show devotion and seek blessings. In today's live stream, we will walk through 23 important shrines and divine figures within this temple. Each of those deities has their own story, power, and special role in the lives of local people. Some of them are ancient Taoist gods, others are historical figures, elevated to divine status, and some, like Mazu, are beloved spiritual mothers who comfort us in times of fear and guide us through life's uncertain times. We will explore their origins, their appearance, how they are worshipped, and what kind of blessings they bestow. This is more than just sightseeing. It's a deep dive into the faiths and values that shape Taiwan's religious culture. You don't need to be a believer to appreciate this beauty of it all. Whether you are joining from Taiwan, overseas, or just curious, I invite you to listen with an open mind. So light your incense, clear your mind, and come with me as we begin this sacred walk through Dajia Zhenlan Temple. Our first stop, the celestial incense burner that connects directly to heaven. We begin our journey through Zhenlan Temple with one of the most majestic yet invisible deities in the Taoist pantheon, the Jet Emperor, or as he is called in Chinese, 玉皇大帝, 有皇大帝. He is the supreme ruler of heaven, earth, and all spiritual realms. But unlike most gods you will find in temples, the Jet Emperor is not represented by a statue here. Why? Because he is simply too divine to be depicted in physical form. Instead, his presence is symbolized through something equally powerful, the celestial incense burner known as 天宫炉. This large and elaborately designed burner is placed in the open-air courtyard in the temple. It serves as a direct line of communication between the human world and the Zen Emperor's palace in heaven. Now pay home to Mazu. They come from 滁州 in Taipei City. 滁州太子殿 The main deity of 滁州太子殿三太子魔杖。This is a statue of the main deity of 滁州太子殿。The 太子 shrine. 滁州Taipei City. The station is now entering the 大甲镇南路口。This is a very special event. Other temple come to Dajia for exchanges of spiritual values and to represent their respect to Mazu.
小朋友，咱17路州太子殿进佛台。 各位新老贵宾，有请了新卡，以及大家听众大家嘛亲友，目标该是可能朋友，特别不当时，听众在这边是会欢迎罗州太子店所有新老，以及大家听众大家嘛亲友，非常欢迎。
The broadcast is saying that the Dajia Zhenlan temple is very welcoming. The arrival of Taizi Dian in Luzhou in New Taipei City. Okay, now return to our introduction to the Tiangonglu, the celestial incense burner.
欢迎咱台中北屯天义宫管理委员会主任委员、各委员、各位新老贵宾，共请来献告，以及咱大家听讲大家嘛进香。本宫严请科长处长、特别科副长处长，以及咱听讲昨天咱们事会欢迎北屯天义宫所有贵宾，以及咱大家听讲大家嘛进香，非常欢迎。
The broadcasting is saying that another group is visiting Dajia Zhenlan Temple. It is from Taichung Beitun District, the Tianyi Temple. Taizi Dian is now offering sticks of incense to the celestial incense burner to Tiangonglu. Okay, the spiritual medium completed his work.
等一下崇拜哦，大家不要张开。
Wait a moment. The 太子殿 will worship Mazu in group. Temple now has 2 spiritual mediums. Two male spiritual mediums and 2 female spiritual mediums. It's 4 spiritual mediums. Today is a good day for pilgrimage to Dajia Zhenlan Temple. The weather is very good. Medium is now packed with magical tools which has magical powers. For connecting the human world and the spiritual being. They are kind of weapons. Its stressing is like ability sometimes. The third prince. The male spiritual medium is like warriors, and the female spiritual mediums are like literary persons.
全体请用请双掌合十。一鞠躬，再鞠躬，完鞠躬，礼成。
So the ceremony has both sides. One side represents the warriors, the martial arts, and the other side represents the ceremonial, the literature culture. Pilgrimage, you need powerful warriors to protect safety. You also need ceremonial specialists to perform the rituals. Both sides are equally important. We are all people of ceremony. We are all ceremonial persons. When we are in pilgrimage, show the joy and respect for Mazu. Jino means go, go, go. We are entering the temple. The statues are now come acrossing Tiangonglu, celestial incense burning. Jino. It is reflect the smoke of celestial incense burner can enrich your spiritual power. So the statue of deities and the spiritual flag need to pass the smoke of the celestial incense burner. The celestial incense burner rests on the backs of three powerful mythological beasts called Bixi, turtle-like dragons known for carrying the weight of the heavens. So the mythological beasts called Bixi take the burden of the heavens and carrying the celestial incense burner. Where are they? They are the three poles of the burner. Okay, this is Bixi, turtle-like dragon. On either side, of the burner are two lion-like creatures called Xuanmi. Xuanmi is fierce protector of sacred spaces. This is Xuanmi. These symbols remind us that we are standing before a gateway between the earthly and the divine. When worshippers approach the celestial burner, they do so with utmost respect. They light 3 sticks of incense, bow 3 times, and report their name, address, and wish to the heavens. The rising smoke is believed to carry their prayers directly to the Jet Emperor's golden throne in the heavenly palace called 凌霄宝殿. The smoke of the incense is believed to carry the spiritual power, so you can take your treasures to put it over on the incense smokes to get the blessings. Historically, the Jet Emperor became widely venerated during the Northern Song Dynasty, about 11th century. In 11th century, the Emperor Song Zhenzong claimed that the Jet Emperor had appeared to him in a dream, granting him a divine mandate to rule. Since then, the Jet Emperor has been worshipped across Taoism, Chinese folk religion, and even by emperors themselves. His full ceremonial title is impressive long. The spring sovereign who opens heaven and holds the talisman, the Jet Emperor of Heavenly Ring. Most people simply call him Tiangong, Heavenly Lord. Tiangong. In Taiwan, it is customary to worship the Jet Emperor on the 9th day of the lunar year, his heavenly birthday. On that night, families set up elaborate offerings of fruit, sweet rice cakes, and incense. People stay up past midnight, lighting candles and praying for blessings in the year to come. At Zhenlan Temple, instead of giving the Jet Emperor a statue or a throne, the temple honors his presence through openness by providing a place where the sky itself becomes the throne. The temple's Tinggonglou is not just architecture, it is sacred airspace, the vertical bridge from earth to heaven. So next time you see smoke rising from that incense burner, remember, it is not just smoke, it is a message, a prayer, a vow sent to the highest heavens. And when offered with sincerity, it is believed that the Jet Emperor hears. Now is the ritual or ceremony performance. You need the female spiritual medium to conduct the performance. It is another side of the pilgrimage.
新拜马祖，跟马祖娘娘报告。
She is singing now. So the respect is presented by dancing and singing. She sings out their vows, their prayers, and their deepest sincerity.
初脚，新的夫妻用福气感啦，诚心一拜后，两种就会精神，比如将成心有灵点，共享化解咱精神，化体安康，人口平安，人险得福乐变成关系无碍，富贵如在，家家户户平安幸福。事农工商兴旺，所求如意，大共吉祥，事事顺利，上旺一拜叫啥？一拜，再拜，三拜，用望圣师傅之地采纳所，中华民国114年天津岁。
She is performing now the sacred mudras. They bow 3 times and collecting the sticks of incense. The ceremony is completed. Now we arrive at the heart of Dajia Zhenlan Temple, the sacred seat of the Great Mother herself, Mazu, known here as Dama, or the Great Mazu. She is the largest and most revered statue in the temple, and the spiritual anchor of all who come to pray. She sits in the main shrine, robed in royal dragon garments. Wearing a phoenix crown and draped with a ceremonial sash called 霞帔, 凤冠霞帔. Her hands are clasped gently at her waist, fingers folded in a calm and powerful mudra. Her gaze is soft. Her eyelids lowered, not out of indifference, but out of compassion and introspection. It's as if she is looking inward. Reflecting, and at the same time watching over the world in quiet grace. This statue is not only sacred but legendary. It is said to be a soft-bodied Mazu, 软身 Mazu, meaning her limbs can be moved. Her arms, legs, even fingers can be moved. During World War II, this flexibility became part of a miracle. As the story goes, American bombs fell over Dajia, and one unexploded bomb landed near the temple. At that time, the statue's arms were extended outward, and local believers said she caught the bomb. The area surrounding the temple was spared from damage. Since then, people believe this Mazu truly protected her city. The statue is never moved. She does not go on pilgrimage or leave her throne. She is the one whom all other statues, the second, third, fourth Mazu, and so on, serve. When people say they are praying to Mazu, they are usually referring to her, Dama. On either side of her are two maidservants. One holds a seal, another holds talisman. They symbolize divine authority and power. These maidservants hold a seal. And now we come close to another side. This maidservant holds talisman. If you look closely, you will see a stone brick in front of her. It is marked on the floor, the square area. The square area in front of her placed purposefully, so that when worshippers bow and lift their heads, their eyes meet her, even though her eyes are cast downward. When you stand before her and look up, it feels like she is looking right into your soul. So the square area is for the worshippers to kneel down and bow. And when they look up, they can see Mazu look downward into their souls. People come to this very hall to ask for peace, for health, for safety at sea, and for guidance in uncertain times. Whether you are a sailor, a student, a parent, or just a traveler passing through, Dama welcomes you. She does not demand perfection. She simply asks for sincerity. So if you have something on your heart today, a hope, a regret, a question, now is the moment to say it sincerely. Mazu is listening. As we step closer into the main hall, just in front of the great statue of the second Mazu, of the seated Mazu, the Dama, we find another smaller but deeply meaningful figure, the second Mazu, affectionately known as Ma. Just in front of Dama. This statue may not be as grand as the great mother Dama behind her, but her position is special. She is seated closer to the people, literally between the main deity and the worshippers. Her presence represents continuity, a quiet extension of the great Mazu's compassion and blessings closer to the human world. Interestingly, among the locals, she is often referred to as the one who enjoins incense without responsibility. In Taiwanese, they jokingly say that "jima jiaben," which means eating without paying or enjoying the spiritual feast without the burdens. This reflects a charming aspect of Taiwanese folk religion, reverence mixed with humor, intimacy, and everyday language. But make no mistake, while she may not go on processions or carry the burdens of rituals like the third or fourth Mazu, her role is no less significant. The second Mazu, Ma, is understood to be a constant, ever-present figure. She sits in stillness. She watches quietly. And sometimes it is in silence that we feel most seen. Ma's statue is also said to be extremely heavy. Some say this weight represents her grounded energy, unmovable, firm, dependable, just like the quiet elder who doesn't speak much, but whom everyone respects deeply. Because she doesn't go on pilgrimage or leave the temple, she receives all the daily incense and prayers offered at the altar. Over the years, she has absorbed countless wishes, thanks, confessions, and silent tears. You could say she holds the collective emotions of generations. So, if you ever feel uncertain about which statue to pray to, or if you just want someone to quietly listen without judgment, the second Mazu, Ma, is always there, right at the front. Serene and open. You doesn't need the right words. You just need to show up. Sometimes the quietest guards are the ones who stay with us the longest. Okay, today we just introduce the celestial incense burner 天公炉 and the seated Mazu, the great Mazu 大妈 and 二妈 just in front of her. Now take a break. We will continue in next section of the live stream.